Welcome to today's edition of Lean Talk. Special thanks to our sponsor EMS Consulting Group and our esteemed guest from London, the UK's favorite lean guy, Raffy Lee. My name is Lucy B. Lean.
Lucy, it's so great to be here. Your show is the best show on the topic of lean by leaps and bounds.
Thanks. It's an honor to have you on the show. As to the format of the show, I will be asking a series of questions related to leadership and lean or operational excellence. Let's get started. As the UK's lean guru, what could you tell us about the state of lean in the UK? Is it as prevalent as it is here in the States?
Lucy, I'm glad you asked. From what I have seen here in the States, a lot of companies and their leaders talk a good game, but they are severely lacking in true lean transformations. The same is true in the UK.
That's what I suspected. For our audience members who might be contemplating a lean transformation, what do you think is the most important thing they need to know?
Lean is about changing human behavior. We want people to make a habit out of problem solving. So, I think learning and practicing a problem-solving methodology is important. It's critical for an organization to make this part of the culture.
I couldn't agree more. But I've been wondering what you think about this. Is it important to use the 8-step Toyota business practices, the common A3 approach? Could a company use DMAIC instead, or perhaps some other solid methodology?
Excellent question. I believe that a company could use any good problem-solving methodology that is based on PDCA. Plan, Do, Check, Act. What's important is to have a problem-solving methodology that clearly defines the problem through observation and fact-gathering, then investigates the problem thoroughly to determine the top critical causes. Next, develops and tests countermeasures to address the causes, and finally has a solid process for implementing, adjusting, and monitoring going forward. If everyone in the organization learns and practices this approach, everything should go along swimmingly.
Awesome. I've always felt that way too. It seems to me that in too many instances people believe there is only one way to become lean, and they don't see that there might be several good methods out there.
100% correct. In fact, the sponsor of this show, EMS Consulting Group, had taught me that a long time ago. Funny enough, it was at one of their workshops here in California. There are key principles to follow, but there isn't just one approach that works.
Right. Now let's talk more about the problem-solving process. What do you think is the most important part of problem-solving itself?
Lucy, that's an easy one. The most important part is defining the problem. Because your audience is so savvy, they already know that a problem is defined by the gap between the current condition and some target condition or standard. However, very often people are not solving the correct problem. Major pitfalls in constructing a problem statement include assigning causes or blame, combining multiple problems into one statement, and including countermeasures or solutions. Another pitfall is solving the wrong level of problem.
That's great stuff. Can you give us one or two examples?
Certainly. How about this one? The packaging department has failed to meet its planned production due to equipment downtime. This statement includes a possible cause. While it may be true that equipment downtime is a possible cause, it should never be part of our problem statement. We might want to bring the problem statement down a level to address equipment downtime, but that would be a different problem statement. How about this? New packaging equipment is needed in the packaging department. This statement is actually a solution rather than a problem. Lastly, what about the level of problem? A good trick is to ask, therefore, what happens? This will take us up one level, where we might consider solving a larger problem. For example, if we frame a problem as, the packaging machine is down 10% of the time, we might want to find out if this is the right problem to solve. The packaging machine is down 10% of the time, therefore, we are unable to meet our production goals. Perhaps the larger problem to work on is inability to meet production goals. There might be other contributing causes that might be more significant or more addressable.
Raffy, thanks so much. That was a great lesson on defining problems. I hope we can get you back on our show to talk more about the problem-solving process, but we're out of time for today. So, folks, that's our show for today.